What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gonna be the second part of the second book, so let's get started. Whether their judgment was to the point or not is really irrelevant for my purpose here. What is, however, relevant to the undertaking of writing the present treatise is the fact that anyone who has ever achieved success and preeminence in eloquence can only have done so by relying on the whole of wisdom, not just on rhetorical rules. For almost all the other arts hold their own separately in and of themselves, but speaking well, which means speaking knowledgeably, skillfully, and with distinction, is not confined by the boundaries of any fixed area. Anyone who claims to have these powers must be able to speak well about everything that can possibly fall within the scope of human discussion, or else he cannot maintain a claim to the title of eloquence. Let me admit that not only in Rome, but even in Greece, where these pursuits have always been considered of the utmost importance, there have been many very talented and very distinguished speakers who did not possess consummate, all-embracing knowledge. Yet I maintain that such eloquence as found in Crassus and Antonius could not have been developed without a knowledge of everything that could anyway contribute to the great practical insight and copiousness of speech that they actually possessed. So it is with even more pleasure that I have undertaken to commit to writing the conversation they once had about this subject. And I have done this in the first place to root out that persistent opinion about them, that the one possessed no great learning, the other none at all. Next, to preserve in writing that I regard as brilliant statements made by consummate orators about eloquence, if I should somehow succeed in grasping and capturing their meaning. And yes, to tell you the truth, I have done it also to make sure, as far as I could, that the fame of these men, already somewhat in decline, would be rescued from general oblivion and silence. Had it been possible to know them from their own writings, I would perhaps have thought it less necessary to trouble over these last point. Seeing, however, that the one had not written much that survives, and what is extant was reading as a young man, whereas the other had left absolutely nothing in writing, I thought I owed it to the genius of these men, while their memory is still alive among us, to render it immortal if I could. And I set out to prove my view of them with even greater confidence, because I'm not writing on the eloquence of Servius Galba or Gaius Carbo, about which I could fabricate something if I wanted, without anyone's memory there to refute me. No, I'm offering this work for the consideration of those who often actually listen to the speakers I'm talking about. In this way, I hope to commend two great men to those who have seen neither of them, by taking as my witness the memory of those still among us who did know above these orators. Alright, guys, we're done with the second part. And as usual, we're going to continue tomorrow, the next one. So thank you for joining in this video. See you tomorrow. Bye.